Well, first of all, I like rivalries with other states, specifically with the Don't Say Gay. He was wrong. Period. And it was political posturing. He's aware that in their school system at that age, they don't do sex education. So why was the bill passed? What was the purpose of that?
Welcome back to Unfiltered. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is starting a feud with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis over the new law that keeps discussions about sexuality, thankfully, out of the classroom until third grade. Probably be even later than that. Here to respond is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Governor, thanks for joining the show. You know, your thoughts about the mayor there. It's kind of ironic. His citizens are moving down here by us, but not many of our citizens in Florida, Governor, are moving back up by him.
Yeah, Dan, I got to say, when people say it's a rivalry, it's like the same rivalry that like the Harlem Globetrotters have with the Washington Generals. I mean, the fact of the matter is it's been a one-way street. People have been fleeing New York in record numbers. Florida has been the number one place to come, and part of it is because we're a free state. Part of it is because we're a low-tax state. Part of it is because we're a law and order state who stands by law enforcement and holds criminals accountable. And part of it, quite frankly, is because we do believe in parents' rights, and we believe our education system should be used to educate kids, not to indoctrinate them. And so we've had record numbers of families moving into Florida, not just from New York, but from around the country.
You know, Governor, we've been told as conservatives for a long time, you may have heard some of it yourself for decades, you know, stay away from the culture wars. It's all about tax cuts, and they're great. I love tax cuts. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, the left ran roughshod over us. You decided to take these fights head on, defending mothers, defending kids. And it's worked out well for you. Your approval ratings right now in Florida are sky high. You know, your thoughts about, as a result of that, L.A. County banning official travel to Florida over what they deem a controversial bill, which does nothing more than keep sexuality out of kindergarten through third grade classrooms.
Yeah, and Dan, you know, when he says this isn't happening, I mean, New Jersey just came out saying they were going to put gender ideology in second grade. We've seen curriculum put out, and in Florida schools, but around the country, where they're trying to teach kids to be, quote, gender fluid and all these other things. And so what we did was absolutely appropriate. Parents in Florida want to send their kids to school without having to worry about some of these things injected into the curriculum. It was the right thing to do. You know what we've also done, Dan, is we have full curriculum transparency now in the state of Florida. So every parent has a right to know what curriculum is being taught in any subject. You have a right to know about the different library books, and you have an opportunity to make your voice heard if some of that curriculum runs afoul of our state standards. That's empowering parents. That's getting parents to have a seat at the table. And I think conservatives are leading. It's a winning issue, but it's just the right thing to do. Kids are going to do so much better in education if parents are part of this. The left wants to cut parents out because they believe that the government should have primacy over what's being inculcated in these young kids. We reject that in Florida, and we will absolutely put parents first.
Governor, it seems so obvious now, you know, empowering parents was the way to go. But the hard reality is we're a battleground state, Florida. You well know that. Elections are tight here. Yet you have deep red states who really stayed away from some of these fights. You know, is your leadership on these issues here in Florida, is that a template for red states and national victories going forward to take these fights head on?
Well, here's the thing, Dan. What we're doing in Florida, like, for example, when I signed the bill last year protecting women's athletics, that is standing with the overwhelming majority of people in my state. It's standing with our girls and our women athletes. Now, it's true, corporate media and then institutions like the NCAA and big corporations, they may object to that. But, Dan, they're not representative of the broad swath of the public. So I think some Republican governors, they're scared of the media. Some of them are scared of big corporations. Yeah. And that's not the way we do business in Florida. We stand up to corporate press. We stand up to big corporations. You know, Disney came after Florida for the Parents' Rights in Education bill. And people said, oh, since Disney's opposed to it, they can't do it. And I said, well, as long as I'm governor, we're going to support parents' rights. And we did it. So what I would just tell people is cut out the clutter, cut out the media. Don't listen to these big woke corporations. Just focus on common sense and what the broad swath of your constituency wants. Floridians want to make sure our girls have opportunities in athletics.
Right. Governor DeSantis, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.